Hey FlatsClass fans, Captain CA here, and I'm back from the Florida Keys. What did I do on my first day back in Citrus County here in the beautiful Nature Coast? I took the Eldora out. You guys know I've been with Hell's Bay a long time. That's definitely my favorite skiff. I love push poling in places that only kayaks can go with that boat. But today's mission was 3 or 4-fold. Not only did I take the Eldora out, but I was breaking in my brand new Yamaha 25 that Suncoast Marine put on there. And we were trying out the new Duke Dog because I had a package arrive while I was away, and it was my first chance to use these topwater baits. But instead of me using them, my son's 24th birthday happened to be today, so I took him out on the boat. So he was the one on the pointy end doing all the fishing, and I was on the back doing all the pushing. Now, how does that always happen to Dad? Well, you go check out some of the action from today, and I'll be back here to talk more about MirrOlure's new Duke Dog, award-winning Duke Dog. We're going to put this to good use right away. The Duke Dog. Oh, he's off. Yeah. That's okay, we're gonna get a lot of those.
He's not hooked very good though.
Oh, but he's hooked.
Yeah, he's off.
Oh, are you kidding me? Golly, that was an eat there, bud. Good job getting that one. Crush that topwater. Oh yeah, he's got it too.
He's got it.
He's got it. All right, let me get down. I'll give you a hand. I gotta put the peg down. Power pole. So, the Duke Dog has been. What are you doing?
All right, do it again. Do it again.
What?
Do it again.
Do it again. Nothing. This
Start
is great film.
Start it over. Come on.
Okay. The Duke Dog is getting it done today. A couple of jacks. We've had a couple of snook make big blow ups on it, but we haven't pegged one yet. Well, and we got this redfish.
I can barely hold on to.
Birthday boy. Yes, sir. Let me get a pic because this is a great backdrop right here.
What do you measure out to be about? Was he 30? 30, 31. 31. He was close.
Oh, yeah. So I had a little fun at Cameron's expense today to kind of, I guess, consolidate the action. He ended up catching that one redfish. He caught a decent trout, which I couldn't get to the camera in time to turn it on because I wasn't really prepared to shoot YouTube today. We were just supposed to have a father and son day. But I had my phone along with me, so I wanted to make sure I shot something to commemorate the day. But the bananas thing was kind of funny. And what I didn't show is I threw the peel at him because he didn't know I was push poling and eating a banana at the same time, because he's a little superstitious. He did have 5 or 6 snook blow up, catch the plug, and run and jump and get him around stuff because he was throwing a fairly lightweight bait caster. And that's why I'm going to talk about the Duke dog, because this is a crazy good idea. You know, the dog series for MirrOlure has been around for 20 odd years, and we make every size, and for the most part they do a really good job of mimicking, you know, mullet and whatnot, and a lot of the shapes are built after that profile. But this one's a little bit different. It has the profile, I'm opening it up, of the Catch 5 body, but what they've done is they've moved the hook hanger further back. They changed the weight up a little bit. It does have a knocker in it, and it does a great job of transferring weight. What I like, we're calling this this is the CMR 44 in the lineup, and it's a 3.5 inch bait that weighs 3/4 of an ounce. So I'm telling you, if the wind is blowing, whether you're throwing a casting setup or a spinning setup, you can drive it right through the wind and it'll go right where you want it to go. What I really like is it reminds me of an old bait I used to use years ago called the Spit and Image, and it has that head up tight walk like this, and you can walk it fairly quickly. And moving into fall right now, that's going to be really good for snook and big trout. Now you're gonna have to slow it down naturally once we get, you know, consecutive cold fronts and that water temp starts dropping down into the low 70s and high 60s eventually. But for right now, it was on fire. I had 6 of these. Somehow I only have 4 left. So I think Cameron took the 5-finger discount to heart today and took 2 of my plugs home with him. I'm sure it was an innocent mistake. But I really like the way the Duke dog is set up. I think it's the right size plug, gives you a little bit different. If you're let's just say you're a Mirrodine XL guy, and there's lots of times when you wish that bait would float a little higher and you could almost work it like a topwater, we've got the answer now. We really do. There's a unique story behind this thing. A lot of people say, well, why did they call it the Duke dog? Well, there was a big Airedale that the owner of MirrOlure used to bring to work every day, and the entire staff and employee group loved this dog. And he always fished with Eric, and he just, I mean, the dog would go nuts when you were catching fish on the boat with Eric, especially if there were topwater strikes where there was something visual that would clue him in that the fish was coming. He'd damn near jump in the water. So in memory of Duke's passing this past year, they came up with the Duke dog. They knew they were going to make another topwater, but it just made sense to call it the Duke. So we're going to be using the Duke a lot this fall and going into winter, and I expect some big results. I'll have a lot of videos on this particular plug, but I just wanted to reveal it to you now because you can go out there right now and start ordering it. You can go directly to Shop MirrOlure, or do me a favor and go to sodiumusa.com and order from them. Now, to throw this, you're going to need a little heavier rod. So today I noticed that the tip on Cam's rod was bouncing a little bit, and I asked him, I was like, so what is the lure weight rating on the rod that you're using, kiddo? And he goes, 1/4 to 1/2 ounce. I go, this is 3/4 ounce, full 1/4 ounce heavier. So it was making that tip bounce. So he made an adjustment inside his casting reel to tighten the brakes up so that he could have more control over the plug. And it worked brilliantly once he made that adjustment. But if I were throwing this, I'd be throwing this mostly on a 7-foot medium heavy fast action rod. That's what I would throw that lure on. And I think you're going to have the most control on that. Why not a 7.5? Well, it's hard to work topwater with a 7.5-foot rod. 7-foot rod does a much better job. In fact, you could probably get away with a 6.9 or 6.10. But this one, a little bit denser, a little heavier plug. It's a little heavier, I think, than the Top Pup, but has a more unique action. The Top Pup has a wider walk, like most of the dog series. Like I said earlier, this has that head up, fast, tail down walk, and it does a really good job. Think you guys are going to have a lot of success with the Duke, and I'm glad I was one of the guys to show it to you first. There's 6 colors. You can see some of the color. Actually, there's 7 colors. You can see some of them right here. When I opened up the box, I took a picture of them right here. And like I said, if you like that we're revealing stuff to you like early on when the pro staff guys send them to us, give us a thumbs up. That trending stuff really helps us here on FlatsClass YouTube. And why not subscribe? We create a video for you every day here. Every day I want you in my boat or in my classroom where I can teach you more about inshore fishing than anyone else. So I'll probably be out 2 or 3 more times this week. And because the snook bite is on and the fish are pushing back into the backcountry, I'll be tying on a Duke dog. Until next time, Captain CA signing off.